What's going on, board game people? Today we're slightly changing the format of one of our series. We're going to be changing from what I'm backing, which could be a little misleading, to upcoming campaigns. The difference is I can't back every project out there. My funds eventually run low, and this month especially I'm doing more following than backing. We lost one of our beloved cats this month. We've had a slew of vet bills for him and one of our dogs. Money has been a bit tighter than normal, and all of the funds that I use to back projects come directly from my own spending money. I don't ever intend to mislead anyone, so I'm making changes based off the feedback from one of my subscribers. I'm also going to start doing a month in review video based off some of the feedback and ideas that I've gotten from our comments. The month in review videos will give channel updates and show what I've received in the mail over the last month, so you'll get a sneak peek at potential upcoming content. I'll also be going over everything I've been following from the previous month and say what I backed and at what level and why. First of these videos will be a tell-all too. You'll get to find out what I've backed in the last year or so and at what level. And if my wife walks into the middle of it, you might get to witness my murder as well. So let's get on with the campaigns I'm following for March 2022, but first a quick word of caution. All opinions are my own. I know we won't always agree, and that's okay. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm not special enough to get free games or money from creators to make videos, and that lets me say exactly what I want to say about what I want to say it about. Should the day come that I get something to actually preview or review, that will be explicitly stated, but I won't be pulling punches or holding my tongue, so please enjoy. March is another busy month. I'm beginning to wonder if it'll ever slow down. This is a month of repeat offenders as well. Games that were supposed to launch in the first quarter but didn't quite make it are finally seeing the light of day. First up we have Legacy of Thracks, The Awakening, which launched today. Legacy of Thracks is an epic, asymmetric, competitive fantasy strategy board game for 1 to 4 players, adding about 30 minutes of gameplay per player. It's described as a mix of American gameplay mechanics with a generous dash of Euro resource management and a sandbox playpath. The shadows have arrived much earlier than the prophecy foretold. Civilization stands on the brink of annihilation. You are the last hope for your people. Lead your hero into the legendary city of Damara before the world is plunged into darkness. Play as a warrior, a mage, or an engineer, or even play as the shadow against your fellow players. There are several game modes to try, including co-op, competitive, 1 vs many, and solo. The miniatures from the game are quite nice looking. I especially like the engineer, and the pledge levels are fairly priced. $79 will get you the base game, $89 will net you the Kickstarter Deluxe Edition. Check it out at the link below. Next, we have another repeat offender. Farcry Beyond is set to launch on April 11th. Details are pretty sparse for this game at the moment, but what we do know is that in Farcry Beyond, you'll play as an 80s stuntman or woman with a mission to save America during the Cold War. The game appears to be a dungeon crawler-like scenario or campaign-based game. The creators are touting in-depth crafting, adaptable enemies that level up as you do, and secret unlockables for you to obtain along your journey. All signs are pointing to this campaign being on Kickstarter, but I've been unable to locate a pre-launch page thus far. I guess we'll have to find out if this is an IP cash grab or a game we need to take a better look at if the game launches as intended on April 11th. On April 12th, one of my top 10 games for 2022 is launching on Kickstarter. The Dark Quarter is a collaboration between Lucky Duck Games and Van Ryder Games, and is another repeat offender. But now it has a solid launch date and a pre-launch page with over 4,000 followers. Welcome to New Orleans, circa 1980, the vibrant city of music, food, and magic. Neon lights flicker in dirty puddles up and down Bourbon Street. The innovations of the modern world clash with ancient and terrible traditions, and murder has never been simple. The Dark Quarter is a cooperative, app-driven adventure game set in a dark, fantastical vision of 1980s New Orleans. Players each take control of a Beaumont agent and work alongside one another to solve the worst crimes New Orleans has to offer. Grab your beignets and coffee, we're about to pull an all-nighter. Now for the game I spent last holiday season frantically searching for. Sleeping Gods is launching a new campaign on Gamefound on the 19th. Sleeping Gods Distant Skies is a new standalone sequel to the original Sleeping Gods, San Francisco, 1937. Your cargo plane flies through a portal in the sky, transporting you to a rugged landscape filled with bizarre creatures, scheming gods, and untold dangers. But can you find your way back before the portal closes? The Sleeping Gods games are exploration-based adventure games where the story is yours to write. You set off in any direction you desire and see where you end up. Distant Skies builds on story elements in the first game. You do not need to play Sleeping Gods to enjoy the sequel. Luckily, if you're like me and you want to grab the original and the expansions, they're including both of the expansions, the original core box, metal coins, the painted ship, and the excellent Max Journal as add-ons. They've also announced that they'll be offering the printed version of the 2-player standalone print-and-play adventure, Primeval Peril. This will be a birthday gift to myself this month if I can afford it. I've wanted to play this game for a long time, and I'm happy to see a full reprint becoming a reality. Did I mention April is a busy month? Well, the 19th is a busy day. Another big campaign is launching on the 19th. Anastyr by Mythic Games is coming to Kickstarter. Apparently Mythic is getting the old okie doke pass on the concurrent campaign limit from Kickstarter, and they're running with it. Anastyr is a co-op board game for 1 to 4 players where they will embark on a Homeric quest to save the world from the threat of Anastyr, the Queen of the Dragons. Your team of heroes will face hordes of enemies and monsters and wizards and warlords, all very different depending on the environment in which they live. During their quest, heroes will ride a variety of mounts, including horses, raptors, saber-toothed tigers, and other exotic creatures that will give them special advantages through mounted combat. The game features some immersive innovations such as scrolling tiles, interchangeable magnetic mounts, and backdrops that turn the whole game board into a giant diorama. Combat is loosely based on brawler-type video games. They sure have stuffed a lot into this box. It'll be really interesting to see how it all comes together on the 19th. Next up in our saga of too many campaigns on the 19th is something a little different. Lawyer Up Season 2 will be launching on Gamefound. I've seen several beaming reviews of the first season of this game, and it's been on my buy list for a while. With Season 2 launching, it's a great time to grab both seasons at once. Lawyer Up is an asymmetrical 2-player courtroom drama card game where one player is the noble prosecution and the other is the steadfast defense. The game is played in phases such as discovery, in which you'll draft evidence for your case and bury evidence that might work against you. The trial phase, where you'll chain cards together matching bias symbols to form a coherent line of questioning that will sway the jury. Then the verdict is delivered in favor of whoever has made the best case. The original game includes 2 unique cases, and the expansions added another 2 cases. Each new case presents new mechanics that change how the game plays and keeps things fresh. The new core season will be offering 3 new cases, including a noir-inspired private eye case, a celebrity divorce case, and a casino heist loaded with con men and women. I'm excited to find out what else will be on offer when the campaign goes live. The final campaign I'm following that launches on April 19th is the Assault on Doomrock Ultimate Edition, launching on Gamefound. I originally thought this would be a hard pass for me, but after watching some reviews and really digging into the game, I'm actually quite excited about it. Fate calls for gallant heroes to survive the perilous journey and challenge the evil that lurks inside Doomrock. Unfortunately for the land and its people, there's only you. What could go wrong? Assault on Doomrock covers a 3-act campaign filled with exploration, combat, tough decisions, and tongue-in-cheek humor. This newest edition includes version 4 of the rules, shorter playtime, improved AI, tons of new content, and plenty of questionable humor. The art and the game components look exceptional, and I love the addition of pets. Make sure you follow now to get a free premium game board with your pledge. Check it out for yourself at the link below. Last but not least for the month is the last of our repeat offenders. Waste Nights Beyond the Horizons will finally set sail on April 26th. Get ready to explore the waters around post-apocalyptic Australia, explore what remains of New Zealand, and chart the Solomon Islands in search of sunken treasures and dangerous sea creatures. I'm really hoping for a reprint of the core and expansions with this campaign, but details have been pretty tight. If you want to know more, check out last month's What I'm Backing for a more complete picture, or wait for the campaign on the 26th. This was a bit longer than I expected, but it's a busy month. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. If you like this type of content and want to see more, please consider subscribing and leaving a like to help our channel grow. If you have any other campaigns you think I should look at, or if you have any suggestions for the channel or types of content you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. Remember to back responsibly, and most importantly of all, play something fun tonight.